You know, Kofi Kingston is probably waking up this morning feeling two things. One, like shit, and two, like he's on top of the world. Because if you watched SmackDown Live last night, then you just saw Kofi almost go the distance in a six-man gauntlet match involving Daniel Bryan, Jeff Hardy, Samoa Joe, AJ Styles, and Randy Orton. And he managed to pin three of them, including Daniel Bryan, who is currently the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. And this whole incident on SmackDown has really re-energized the fans' enthusiasm towards Kofi. And to this I say to WWE, please capitalize on this in storyline and merchandising and whatever else. You could have Kofi be the last man standing against Daniel Bryan in the Elimination Chamber. And you could have even let him have a big elimination. For instance, those two guys in the match last night that Kofi did not pin. AJ and Randy Orton. So you have you have Kofi pin either AJ or Randy or both to really build up his momentum that has skyrocketed him to the top of the list of people who we want to see face Daniel for the championship at WrestleMania. And you can even play off the fact that the New Day is always eating junk food and Daniel Bryan is always trying to eat healthy, and that will create a snowball effect that will lead them down to a longer, more interesting feud. And you don't have to give Kofi the championship at Mania, you just need to let it sizzle a little. And then, you know what else you could do? You could bring in Luke Harper and have him join Eric Rowan and Daniel to defend the championship against Kofi and the New Day. And that will create six-man tags along the way and so many different types of matches with different combinations of the guys. And you let this play out until Money in the Bank. Thing is, you at this point, you could really make a feel-good moment for Kofi. You could have him somehow lose to Bryan in the final pay-per-view before Money in the Bank. I'm not sure which one it is, but have him lose and make that seem like it's the end of their feud. But then you have Kofi go after the Money in the Bank, and he actually wins it. And then later that night, as Daniel is celebrating after he beat whoever his challenger was at Money in the Bank, you could have him be beaten down so badly that the whole New Day just rushes Daniel, Harper, and Rowan from behind, and Kofi, he cashes in his Money in the Bank, and that is when he finally wins the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And the best part about that is that Money in the Bank usually takes place in June, and what is June in terms of the year? It is the beginning of summer. And you will essentially have another Summer of Punk, only it will be the Summer of Kingston or the Summer of the New Day, however you want to put it. And you have the New Day, especially Kofi, spearheading their drive into the summer and then the fall and then the Royal Rumble. You don't have to go that far, but you got to really capitalize on this, and you have Kofi hold that belt for a while down the line. His momentum is way up there now. It really is. The fans want him, and you can do so much with him, at least until Survival Series. You could have him beat Daniel if Daniel somehow gets another championship match because the rematch clause is gone now. So you have Kofi cement his legacy, at least for right now, by defeating Daniel at the next pay-per-view after Money in the Bank. And then you could have someone bigger than Daniel, which I don't mean like popularity-wise, because Daniel Bryan is one of the most popular superstars you have, but maybe you could send AJ or Randy Orton at him wanting revenge because he managed to beat them in Elimination Chamber and steal their chance for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania. It fits so perfectly. The fans, they want it to happen. WWE, you could make so much money off of Kofi Kingston now that you have essentially put the idea of it into our minds. And hey, you know what? The best part about this is that if Kofi really does get as big as Daniel Bryan in this run, which after last night it looks like he might actually do it, you could have him be cheated out of the championship and say at TLC, and then in January at the Royal Rumble, you actually have Kofi win the Royal Rumble finally. And that will send him back into the main event of WrestleMania. And I don't think the fans are going to complain about it. You guys won't complain about it because he will have made you so much money. He'll probably be up there with Daniel and AJ. And, like, you'll have someone else to fall back on just in case one of these big named players gets injured along the way. I mean, hell, I'm just throwing this out here. Maybe have him beat Brock at next year's WrestleMania. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I don't think Kofi should be the one to beat Brock, but I'm just saying you could do so much with Kofi. I'm excited for him, just like a lot of other people are. Please, WWE, capitalize on this. Please.